This little light of mine,
I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
I'm Bishop William Byrne, inviting you to radiate the light of Christ by making a gift to the annual Catholic Appeal. The ministries and agencies supported with your generosity help thousands of our neighbors throughout Western Massachusetts. On behalf of the people we serve, thank you.
Let it
Shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Coming up on this edition of Reel to Reel.
I'm Steve Kiltonic at Eden Hill in Stockbridge, where Father Chris Aylor, also known as Father Joseph, has taken on a new leadership role with the Marian community here at the Shrine of Divine Mercy.
I'm Nick Morganelli at St. Mary's in Orange, and I'll introduce you to an Eagle Scout whose project brought an outdoor Stations of the Cross to his parish family.
And the Knights of Columbus continue their tradition of providing warm coats for kids. These stories are coming your way next on Reel to Reel. Hello and welcome to Reel as we celebrate the second week of the Advent season. Earlier this year, the Marian Fathers of the Immaculate Conception elected Father Chris Aylor as their new provincial superior. Father Aylor will lead the province for the next 6 years. He recently spoke with Steve Kiltonic about the state of the province and his plans for the future of the congregation.
For the past 9 years, Father Chris Aylor has been known as the Marian congregation's Father Joseph, an endearing term for the director of the Association of Marian Helpers. In this role, Father Aylor has been the head of the Marian Press, the publishing house of the Marians, which produces a wealth of religious materials such as brochures, pamphlets, prayer cards, and books, such as the Diary of St. Faustina. In addition, Father Aylor wrote and produced the popular Divine Mercy 101, Explaining the Faith DVD series, is a best-selling author, a regular host and guest on EWTN, and host of EWTN's Living Divine Mercy. Armed with an MBA and previous business experience prior to being ordained a priest in 2014, Father Aylor helped the community to achieve a debt-free status. In July 2022, the Michigan native was appointed by Rome as the Marian's interim provincial superior after Father Kazimierz Chwalik stepped down. In May 2023, the interim assignment ended, or so he thought.
I said, now my time is done. I can go back to enjoying being a priest, and no, that wasn't God's plan. And so,
on May 15, 2023, Father Aylor was elected by the community to serve a 6-year term as the new provincial superior of the 7th Provincial Chapter of the Blessed Virgin Mary, Mother of Mercy Province. As provincial superior, his responsibilities encompass the entire Marian congregation in the U.S. and Argentina, which includes 80 Marian priests and brothers in houses of formation in Washington, D.C., Illinois, and Ohio.
I am in charge of all the brothers, the priests, and the activities that go on there. Financially, I have to deal with decisions regarding the community, or regarding the priests and brothers, where they're assigned, what ministry they'll be working on.
For the past 16 months, Father Aylor has held the title of Father Joseph and Provincial Superior, the first time a Marian has served in both capacities. However, Father Aylor would get some breathing room when he relinquishes his position as director of the Association of Marian Helpers and announces a successor. He will continue to host his Saturday Talks and Living Divine Mercy series, which airs on EWTN and is now in its 3rd season. While his home will remain in Stockbridge, Father Aylor looks forward to the challenges of being on the road more. During this past summer, Father Aylor traveled to Australia and the Philippines, where he gave a retreat to 850 bishops and priests and blessed President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. and the entire nation.
In the religious life, the superior always does visitations to the houses and the locations of the province. So I will get to go, and I love that because you really get to see what's happening with your brothers as they live in different locations.
The fundraising efforts will initially focus on the National Shrine of the Divine Mercy. Father Aylor's goal is to create a better pilgrimage experience for the thousands who come to the shrine throughout the year and on Divine Mercy Sunday.
Our shrine is very small. It only seats about 180 when it is full. And we've had days where we've had 500 people. And so we have the outdoor shrine, which is a blessing, but if it's wintertime or if it's bad weather or if it's raining, People want to be inside, and we don't have that capacity. So yes, we need to build new roads out in front. We need to build a new guest house. We need to build a new retreat center. We need to build a new shrine.
Father Alar's plans for Eden Hill include a Marian Museum and an improved Welcome Center, where people will receive a better understanding of the Marians, the meaning of Divine Mercy, and the other on-site exhibits. A priority is upgrading the existing living quarters for guests, Marian priests, and future seminarians.
Right now, our living quarters, our priests are segregated. We're living in 5 different buildings on this campus. Our guys come here and we don't have the rooms anymore. We have guys in hotels. We have guests that can't stay. Room shortage is the number one, but also it's the condition. From the outside and on the base level, this building looks very nice, but when you get up into the rooms, holes in the walls, broken heating, the climate control is not working.
The Marians' first ever capital campaign has raised $29.6 million to date for construction of a new monastery and chapel on Eden Hill. Father Alar hopes to break ground on the monastery next year with a completion date in 2025.
We know that these are millions of dollars, and we know obviously that God's just not going to drop that from the sky. It's going to take effort, but most of all, it's got to take trust.
Father Alar recently gave a talk during a meeting of the Catholic Men's Fellowship Group of Berkshire County at St. Charles Church in Pittsfield. Father Alar plans to assign more priests for evangelization missions and retreats around the country in an effort to bring Divine Mercy to the people. He also wants to revive the parish mission team and support the Springfield Diocese whenever possible.
Bishop Byrne has been an outstanding bishop for us, helping us and supporting us in our ministry of Divine Mercy. And so part of that ministry to the community involves opportunity for us as Marian priests to go out, do masses at local parishes, do little talks, and just keep people engaged in the faith.
Father Alar says the Marians are entrusted with the responsibility to bring the Divine Mercy message and devotion to the world.
Being the provincial superior of the Marian Fathers is a tremendous honor, but yet a tremendous obligation, because our community is just a small community, but God usually works through those you don't expect.
Father Alar asks for the support and prayers of everyone to carry out the Marians' mission.
My message would be, please pray for us as we pray for all of you as well, especially those who know the need for God's mercy.
He hopes the message of Divine Mercy will continue to grow in a world that needs it now more than ever. For Real to Real, I'm Steve Kiltonic.
For more information on the Marian Fathers campaign, we have a link for you at iobserve.org. Our Lady of the Cross Parish in Holyoke produced a CD recently of the beautiful music the choirs sing at each Mass. There are 3 choirs, the adult, young adult, and youth. Carolee McGrath has more now on the music ministry and its impact on evangelization.
On a recent Sunday morning, the youth choir at Our Lady of the Cross Parish in Holyoke led the congregation in song. Robin Sheehan, a longtime cantor in the diocese, is the director of music at Our Lady of the Cross and the liturgical music teacher at Mater Dolorosa School in Holyoke. The music provided by the parish's 3 different choirs week to week is so moving that people have been asking for them to go into the studio and record.
So a parishioner approached our pastor, Father Albert, and asked us to make a CD. And we have been asked before, but we thought now's the time. So our good friend Matt Laverdier came and recorded in the church live the children's choir, the young adult choir, and the adult choir.
Robin's 2 daughters, Cecilia, a senior in high school shown here, and Maria, who is married with 2 children, help her on Sundays. Robin also works with the younger children, not only teaching them the music, but teaching them to lead.
It's just in my heart. It's my passion. I love it. It gives me life, and I love teaching the children. I love teaching them how to cantor, solo. They do a great job. I love seeing them grow in confidence.
Isabella Santiago, a 4th grader at Mater Dolorosa, is part of the choir and has done the psalm and other songs when needed.
We practice on Mondays, and it's usually with my class, and I like
hearing my class sing.
We enjoy coming to the family mass. It's loves when the Father Albert comes and asks them questions. We love to hear them all singing and how motivated they are to sing. It's incredible to see them not have any fear, just singing the songs that Ms. Sheehan provides for them. It's great.
Everybody has certain special abilities.
Father Albert Scherer is the pastor.
We're so proud of them. They're so talented, and we're just so grateful that they're willing to share their talents. And the children, they're so confident. They're not afraid to get up and do their solos. They do a great job.
A parishioner paid for the cost of this CD to be produced, and all of the proceeds will benefit the ministries of the parish. The CD is $15, and it's been a hot seller after Mass.
I love the CD. I have it in my car, bought it for most of the people in my family, and Isabella signed off that CD to them. So it was just a beautiful CD.
The songs on the CD represent all three choirs.
Open the Eyes of My Heart, All in All, and then we also have a few songs that we've done with the organ, with the choir. We have some contemporary music with the young adult choir, so it's kind of a mix. But it's a beautiful CD. I'm so proud of them. It's very inspiring.
And it's inspiring a true love of the Lord for all who hear it, drawing them deeper into the praise and worship of Jesus, our King. Reporting for Reel to Reel in Holyoke, I'm Carol Lee McGrath.
Again, the CDs are $15 and can be purchased after Mass at Our Lady of the Cross in Holyoke, or you can call 413-532-5661. And still to come on Reel to Reel, we'll learn about a special Spanish novena leading up to Christmas that is coming up in Westfield. And the Knights of Columbus Coats for Kids program recently donated their 1 millionth coat. We'll see how local kids are able to keep warm this winter. It's all still to come on Reel to Reel.
Like Catholic TV on Facebook. Once you're there, you can join in on discussions, make friends with other Catholic TV fans, watch behind-the-scenes videos from the studio, and stay up to date with the Catholic world. All this at facebook.com/CatholicTV.
Have you been to Greccio? The Italian town about 60 miles from Rome was chosen by St. Francis of Assisi as the site of the first known living nativity in 1223. To mark the 800th anniversary of this event and the subsequent popularity of nativity presentations, the cover story in the winter issue of the Catholic Mirror features interviews with two priests of the Springfield Diocese. Conventual Franciscan Father Brad Milunsky, who explains how the entirety of the Catholic faith was embodied in that first living nativity, and Father Vitor Oliveira, whose collection of nativities from around the world reflects the universality of the Christmas message. A special feature highlights the upcoming Beacon of Faith Capital campaign to help support the ministerial work of the Springfield Diocese and continue the task of bringing the gospel to life in the 4 counties of western Massachusetts. In this issue, we also acknowledge the legal professionals who were honored at the diocese's annual Red Mass and the 20 catechists who received the Pope Pius X Award. In other local news, the Catholic Schools of Westfield received awards from the state's nonprofit security grant program. And St. Francis of Assisi Parish in Belchertown celebrates its 100th anniversary. With a life changed by her conversion to the Catholic faith, Diane Manalga is a super dedicated volunteer at St. Mary Parish in Longmeadow. Bishop Burns shares a personal family story about a broken camel and how it reminds him of the unconditional love of the Savior. And those who cannot go to Greccio need not worry. Just as Jesus was present at the cave in Italy, so will he be with all of us, no matter where we celebrate his birth, on Christmas Day and every day that we care for each other as sisters and brothers of the Son of God. At the editor's desk, I'm Rebecca Drake.
You are watching Reel to Reel, your window on the world around you. Here again is your Reel to Reel host, Sharon Rulier.
The highest achievement in scouting for the Boy Scouts of America is the Eagle Scout. One of the requirements is an extensive service project that's planned, organized, and executed by the Scout with the guidance from his parents and Scoutmaster. Nick Morganelli introduces us now to one Scout who, as part of his Eagle Scout project, brought an outdoor prayer experience to the parish family at St. Mary's in Orange.
The journey to Eagle Scout, an achievement that is not easily earned. 11 years ago, this Cub Scout, Jeff LaPlante, started learning, growing, and maturing with the help of his parents, Scoutmaster, and his good friend and Eagle Scout, David Vitello.
I remember meeting Jeffrey in kindergarten, and we started Scouts together. And when we started in first grade, we both said that we wanted to become Eagle, and that's something that we both stuck to. So I'm super proud of Jeff for sticking to it and completing this.
He's my oldest, and he's the best oldest first child we could have had. He's patient, he's funny, he's easygoing, he's extremely independent.
Jeff's mom and dad know as he finalizes his obligations to achieve Eagle Scout with this service project of building Stations of the Cross here at his parish of St. Mary in Orange, he is setting an example for his two younger brothers who are also Scouts.
We always hoped it for him because we knew what a benefit that Eagle Scout would provide him in life. They have a lot of fun accomplishing all the requirements to become the next level in scouting.
Jeff's project was actually a decade in the making.
It's funny, it was actually, so Jeff's mom, years ago when I first got here, we were talking about Stations of the Cross for the kids, and she said, you know, wouldn't it be nice if we were able to have outdoor stations?
I kind of thought of it as something that would be a good idea for an Eagle Scout project, and I talked to Father Sean about that, and he thought it was a good idea. And so we got the ball rolling.
Father Sean O'Connor, pastor at St. Mary's, is one who can testify to Jeff's character.
Jeff has been very much involved and very dedicated and an active member of the parish community. The whole family is very, very active, involved in helping with the Sunday school program.
I've done a lot of stuff here, altar serving and singing in the choir, and even helping out over in the parish center with some of the dinners put on by the different groups. And it feels good. It feels good to help out the community and to be active in the parish.
It's always nice in a parish to be able to see the young folks grow up and mature and really get involved in their faith and express it in practical ways.
Jeff's Scoutmaster, Mark Cole, has been with him since Cub Scouts and has also seen Jeff grow into the young man he is today.
He's a great kid. I mean, you know, we wish they were all like him. I mean, he's been very willing to take on leadership roles and has done a great job in it. 1 out of 1,000 becomes an Eagle Scout all on their own. The rest of them, including my own child, you get pushed and pulled and dragged and reminded and so forth. Those that make it, it's quite the accomplishment.
And this accomplishment culminates with a service project proposed by the Scout.
A project that involves leadership, planning, all of the different aspects that go into it. It involves fundraising and just a myriad of things. And that's a real learning experience.
All the planning, contacting people, that's not something that I'm great at. You know, if it were up to me, I would just come out here and do it myself. But the organizing part is it's been a learning experience, and I'm really glad to have gone through that.
Well, the weather cooperated for one of the final steps in this project, which is to set the stones for the pathway for the Stations of the Cross.
And this is a wonderful way that will help the parish community and make this beautiful area that we have here with our Mary Shrine and the Mary Garden. And now I think that it really feels complete with the Stations of the Cross.
Jeff shared how much he has learned through this process.
Good planning is everything. It really is. And the other thing that I've learned is that I don't have to do it all myself. There's a lot of people, good people who are willing to volunteer, who want to donate their time, their tools, their materials. And I just really have to say that the whole community has been really, really supportive of everything that's going on here. And it's been fantastic.
He's made all his sacraments here. They've watched him grow up. They're a church family. And when he started this project, I think he was overwhelmed by how many people would ask how he's doing, tell him how excited they are.
The final stage of the stations are memorial plaques that will be sponsored by parish families.
They're going to be probably about this big. They're somewhat small, but they're going to say in memory of whoever the sponsors wanted, memorialized by their donation.
Jeff is blessing others as he is grateful for the blessings he has received in the process. Excited to see this in use for the next Lenten season for Reel to Reel, I'm Nick Morganelli.
And Father Sean O'Connor will have a blessing of these new Stations of the Cross prior to the next Lenten season. An annual Latino Advent tradition is set to take place at St. Mary's Church in Westfield beginning on December 15th. Joining me now is Deacon Pedro Rivera Moran to tell us more. Hello, Deacon. Thanks for being with us today.
Thanks for having me, Sharon.
So as I was saying, the Latino community in Westfield has had a long-standing tradition of holding a special novena in Spanish leading up to Christmas. Tell us what will be happening and why is this so important?
We have a beautiful celebration of a Mass every day for 9 days before Christmas. And the music is traditionally Puerto Rican music. In our case, it could be traditional Latin America because it's not just done at St. Mary's. Blessed Sacrament in Springfield also has an awesome Mass, and I've seen it on Facebook, and they go all out. They start earlier than we do. But we all have the Mass. We focus on the birth of Jesus. We focus on being prepared for the coming of the Lord. We focus on making sure that we're cleaning our souls and making sure that we are ready to receive the Lord in His birthday, but also when He comes to bring us to heaven.
5:30 in the morning, that's when it starts with a Mass, right? Why is it so early?
Yes, 5:30 in the morning, and I tell you, I'm not a morning person, but it's worth it. It's valuable. It's important because of the tradition. Aguinaldo basically has many meanings. One of them is that it's before the sun rises, so it has to be in the darkness of the day. With the assumption that Jesus was born at night, or maybe early in the morning. So that's the significance of the 5:30 in the morning.
And on the 9th day, you will be having a special gathering, right?
We do have the special gathering, and 9th day would be ideal, but because people work, we usually do it on the Saturday, the last Saturday of the novenas.
All right, this sounds like a perfect way to prepare for the birth of Jesus. Thanks so much for letting us know about it. And again, the novena begins December 15th at 5:30 a.m. at St. Mary's Church on Bartlett Street in Westfield. Since 2009, the Knights of Columbus Coats for Kids program has been providing winter coats to children in need, fulfilling the mission of charity, one coat at a time. The national organization recently donated their 1 millionth coat in Denver, Colorado, and locally, several Knights councils have participated in the program. Knights of Columbus representatives delivered boxes of brand new children's winter coats in early December to the Catholic Charities offices of the Diocese of Springfield. The effort is coordinated by the Knights State Council. Thomas Butler, a parishioner of St. Thomas in West Springfield, is the state deputy.
We just actually donated our 1 millionth coat last month.
Around 100 local councils throughout the state take part in the effort.
We've got a lot of very active councils in this area, Worcester, Boston, and we've had well over several thousand coats that were ordered this year for distribution.
Steve Dubriel is Grand Knight of the Council 4044 at the Castle of Knights in Chicopee, which served as the hub for coats delivered. Coats were delivered from Chicopee to organizations like the Early Childhood Center in Northampton, the Gray House in Springfield, St. Catherine of Siena in Springfield, and St. Michael's Cathedral in Springfield.
This is just one of the many programs we do, and if there's any Catholic men that are interested in this type of charitable work we do, definitely stop in and see one of your councils, because there's nothing like the feeling of giving.
Oh my goodness, look at it. It's a little itty bitty one.
Catherine Buckley Bronner, Executive Director of Catholic Charities, says coats are given out to all the people served by her office, whether they may be receiving rental assistance, experiencing poverty, or having come to the U.S. as a refugee. Like this family from Haiti who arrived in the area in late summer.
Good? Good. Can you imagine you're coming from this very warm climate and all of a sudden you come to Western Massachusetts where it's nice and chilly. They really look forward to being able to have these coats for their children.
Emmanuel Zofu and his family are originally from the Democratic Republic of the Congo but spent 27 years in a Rwandan refugee camp. They arrived here in Springfield on October 17th. Catholic Charities caseworker Olivier Ngoy, a former refugee himself, knows firsthand what the family's experiencing.
We just come to the place, it's very warm. No, we don't have snow, no cold, just normal. And they come in the US, it's very cold, everything is changed, something like that. Yeah, because I remember the first time I came, the same situation.
The Knights raise funds all through the year, making sure no child will have to go through the winter without a warm coat. It just warmed my heart to see those sweet faces receiving those coats. If you would like to donate to the Coats for Kids program, you can reach out to any Knights of Columbus Council. They are definitely looking forward to donating their next million coats by 2030. And for this week, that's Reel to Reel. To keep up with the latest news on the Catholic Church, head over to iobserve.org, where we have coverage of the Catholic Church locally, nationally, and from around the world, along with stories seen here on Reel to Reel. It's all for you at iobserve.org, and we are also on Facebook at Catholic Communications, so you can follow us there. The Cathedral Choir will present the annual Festival of Lessons and Carols, Saturday, December 16th at 7:30 p.m. at St. Michael's Cathedral, 260 State Street in Springfield. This is a long-standing tradition in the diocese for many and promises to enrich all who attend in their preparation to celebrate the birth of Jesus. And I will see you next week at this same time for another edition of Reel to Reel, your window on the world around you. See you then.
Reel to Reel is a production of the Catholic Communications Corporation, funded in part by the annual Catholic Appeal, and the support of you, our faithful viewers.